Oh, hi. Well, I'm Brad. Welcome to Outdoors with Brad. Well, today we're in my darkroom. So we're going to print up a couple pictures, or one good picture. Our client called me and said she wants one of the pictures of my last videos. So I call it the Balancing Rock in City of the Rocks. So today we're going to print that picture up, and I want to show you kind of a rough detail of how I print up a picture in the darkroom. So this is going to be the way I do it. I was self-taught, so we're going to see how it goes. So stick with me. Please subscribe to my channel. Like this video if you like it, and let's get busy printing a picture. So here we go. Thanks for joining. I'll see you next time on Outdoors with Brad. But let's print this picture first. Thanks. Hello, and welcome to my darkroom. Well, I have a request to show you how I print my black and white prints in my darkroom. It's 15 degrees outside and snowing, and so today is a great day to be inside printing. So I use Dectaw for my developer. I mix it at 1 to 2, 1 part Dectaw and 2 parts water. Then I have Stop Bath and then Fixer. So I picked out my negative, put it in my holder, sprayed it with some air to get the dust off, and put it in my enlarger. This whole video is shot on my iPhone. I must say it worked great in the dark conditions of my dark room. So here I am focusing my picture. I am focusing on a scrap piece of paper that is the same thickness as the one I will be printing on. And then I get out a sheet of Ilford 16 by 20 fiber-based paper. And then I tear a piece off of it for my first test. Rip! So I save money by not using a whole sheet of paper on my test prints. So after I secure the box of paper, I put my little test strip on that balanced rock in the shot and give it 20 seconds exposure on my timer and hit the button. So the reason that I picked 20 seconds is so that I have time to burn and dodge. So not too fast or not too slow when I print my picture. Now we develop the test strip. I usually give it 2.5 minutes to 4 minutes of development time for fiber-based paper. 30 seconds in the stop bath, and then 10 minutes in the fix, but I usually turn on the lights after 30 seconds to look at the test strip. It looks good, but I think it could use just a little bit more contrast. So I'm going to put a contrast filter underneath the lens to bump up the contrast a little. But when I do that, I need to give it more light. So I am opening up the f-stop on the lens, and I give it a little bit more time on the timer, from 20 seconds to 25 seconds. And then I get out another test strip. Rip for another test strip. And put it in the same spot in the picture as the last time I did it, and do a 25-second exposure. Next, we put it back in the developer for 2 minutes and develop the test strip, and we compare it with the first test strip. It has a little bit more contrast in it and is a little bit more darker. Did I say that right? And it is a little darker, okay? Anyway, I get out a full sheet of paper, close the box, and put the 16 by 20 paper in my 16 by 20 speed easel. There it goes. And make sure that it is all the way in, and then give it 25-second exposure with no burning or dodging at this point. Now, my favorite photographer, as you would guess, is Ansel Adams, and I have read 3 of his books, and 2 of them, the negative and the print, I read when I first got into photography, and they helped me a lot to make me a better photographer in the darkroom. One saying of his is that printing up a photo from a negative is like playing the notes of a song. The notes of a song or the negative goes only so far. It's the way you play the song or print up the negative that gives you the great outcome that you want, or something like that. Anyway, I'm back in the developer for 2 minutes. Some of you might be asking why I don't use tongs. Well, I never have and probably never will. So here is our first full print. It needs to be darker over here on the rocks on the right side of the picture, and a little darker on the left side of the picture as well, and a lot darker in the sky on the top of the picture, and some dodging on that balancing rock. So let's get out our second sheet of paper. Close up the box and put the paper in the speed easel. So I get out my dodging tool and get it ready, and hit the button. As you can see, I am dodging on the rock and moving it around as I make my first exposure. Now, my second exposure, I am going to give the sky 15 seconds extra burning and 10 seconds extra burning on the rocks on the right side, with some of that light filtering off on the left side as well. All done with the shadow of my hand, or where the shadow is not. If you want to make something darker, you give it more light. And back in Developer we go. So this one looks much better, but I think we can do better. I think we can go darker in the sky area and less dodging on the rock. So let's do another sheet of paper, and we're going to make 3 exposures this time. So on my third print, I'm going to dodge a little different, giving the rock a little less dodging and a little more dodging on the bottom left where the cactus is, and some dodging of the clouds in the sky, giving the sides and sky more light. On my second exposure, I'm going to try to keep it the same burning time as before, but giving the sides and the sky more light. And on my third exposure, I'm going to mainly give the top of the sky more light and a tiny bit more on the left side of the shot. And back in Developer for 2 minutes. And let's see how we did. I think much better and more dramatic, and I think I got a good print out of it. Now, out of 10 sheets in the box, I usually print up at least 8 of those sheets on a picture and pick the best 3 or 4 for selling. So thank you for watching me in the darkroom, and please subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, please give it a like. And I'll see you next time on Outdoors with Brad. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.